Continuing my series about my Ugreen NAS, I had a request to show how to set up Emby as a media server for movies and TV shows. In this video, I explain the very straightforward process for getting Emby up and running on your Ugreen NAS, plus the mobile app and the TV app. Emby, previously known as Media Browser, functions as a media server. Its purpose is to manage, play and stream audio and video content to various devices like Plex and Jellyfin. However, unlike Jellyfin, it's a proprietary solution, which means it's not open sourced and community maintained. While it has free features, Emby's key features require a subscription to access. Premium features include being able to utilize hardware transcoding on your NAS, mobile downloads, DVR and live TV features, plus the ability to skip intros for TV shows. The first step is to create your folders on your NAS. I've discussed before how it's not necessary, but for good housekeeping I created Emby folders within the Docker folder in UGOS. You'll want to create 3 folders to store your configuration files and the media content for your movies and TV shows if you're starting your media server from scratch. The movie and TV folders are where you save your ripped media files. One handy tip is that if you're already running a media server using another platform, you don't have to move your media files. You can simply use the same folders on your NAS and redirect the Emby container to find where your libraries are. But I'll cover that off in the next chapter. Next, you need to create your Emby container. You can either launch UGOS by using your NAS IP in a browser window or using the official Ugreen NAS app for Windows computers. My previous video about Plex goes into detail about images and containers, and I recommend watching that video if you're brand new to NAS devices and Docker. Thankfully, there's an official Emby image available which serves as the template for creating your Emby container. Search the Docker image library for Emby and you'll see the correct image with the official designation next to its name. Click on Download and then Confirm. Leave the version blank and the container will automatically update to the latest version as they become available. The image will be downloaded to your NAS. Once finished downloading, click on the Create icon, which is represented by the plus sign. You can rename the container as required or leave as default. You can also leave the other settings directly below as default unless you have a requirement to throttle performance to free up resources for other containers and processes running on your NAS. However, I do recommend toggling on Auto Restart. In the event that you restart your NAS for any reason, the container will automatically relaunch, reconnecting to your Emby clients for playback. I personally enable graphics card acceleration, but do note that to utilize this feature, you will need a premium subscription to Emby Premier that unlocks with the functionality. Emby Premier is necessary to leverage Intel QuickSync for hardware transcoding using the DXP's 2800's integrated graphics. Without it, the NAS's CPU will have to process the transcoding instead. Using Intel QuickSync offloads this processing, leading to lower CPU usage and smoother streaming performance. Depending on your own requirements and the NAS, and how many processes it's already running, you might not need this functionality. However, if you are a power NAS user with multiple containers running, it might be worth considering. The next step is to connect the folders you created to the container in the volume section. Here, you'll be telling the container where to store your configuration files for Emby Media Server, plus where to find your movies and TV shows stored on your NAS. To start, click on the folder icon and navigate to the config folder in your Emby folder and attribute it by clicking Confirm. Next, you'll need to add the movies and TV folders. Click on Add and then the folder icon as before. Navigate to your Emby Movies folder. Next, name the directory /movies and choose Read Write for the container permissions. Do the same for the TV show folder. As mentioned in the last chapter, if you're swapping your media server from Plex or Jellyfin, you can simply reuse the existing media library folders. Instead of using the Emby directory, navigate to your Plex or Jellyfin movies and TV folders and use those instead. It saves you having to move your files. Next, under Network Configuration, I use Host as this will simplify the connectivity with Emby playback clients. However, more advanced users with more networking experience might prefer the added isolation and management of setting up the Emby configuration in bridge mode. There are benefits to bridge mode which I won't cover in this video, but do require additional explanation and work to set up. Finally, click Confirm and then confirm again to launch the Emby container. The next step is to connect your Emby server to your Emby account. I actually signed up to Emby to create an account in advance, but it should be possible as part of the setup process. Visit emby.media in a browser to get started and then choose Sign In to create an account. Once you have an account, type in the NAS's IP address and port number in a browser window to launch the setup interface. This walkthrough is for first-time Emby users. Choose your preferred language and click Next. Create a unique username and password and then click Next again. The next step is to connect your NAS media libraries so that Emby playback clients can find your movies and TV shows. Click on New Library. Now choose Movies as the content type and you can leave the name as Movies by default. Next, click on Add and navigate to the /Movies folder on your NAS. Now choose your preferred language for the metadata that will be pulled up from the database sources and used to populate your libraries. You can also choose which country you wish to get the age range certifications from. Finally, choose which language you want displayed for the images for the box art, banners and thumbnails. After that, you have some additional options you can change if you wish, and then when you're ready to continue, click OK. Now perform the same process for your TV shows, starting with clicking on New Library. Once you've finished, click Next. You can leave the port mapping to automatic unless you want to specifically instruct your Emby clients how to access the media libraries remotely. Click Next and then accept the terms of use and click Next again. Finally, click Finish. To start, you'll be asked to log in with your new Emby account credentials and then be taken to the main web interface. You won't see your media content until you choose to scan your libraries for both movies and TV shows by hovering over the movies and TV show icons, then clicking on the three dots and then scrolling down the pop-up menu and choosing Scan Library Files. On first use, this will take some time if you have a large media library already. You can find the official Emby app for mobile and smart TVs in their respective app stores on your devices. The process for setting them up is the same for both. Once you've downloaded and installed the apps, you'll be prompted to log in with your Emby account credentials. Once completed, the next screen will ask you to connect your server via the NAS IP and Emby container port number. And then you're done. Thank you for watching, and as always, it would be great if you were to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more content on personal technology and the connected home.